Interestingly enough, the issue of healthcare and the issue of economic development are going hand in hand, and especially with some things that have happened in the legislature fairly recently. Governor Phil Bryant has made a point to try to develop economic situations related to healthcare based on the model that is used at the MD Anderson Center in Houston, Texas, and the Texas Medical Center. Uh, it's called the healthcare zone. And what the governor has done is he went to the legislature and asked for some economic incentives, tax credits primarily, that will help healthcare related businesses establish in a zone around a core healthcare facility. Uh, Now, quite honestly, this is going to work best in areas that have something like the University Medical Center in Jackson or North Mississippi Medical Center in Tupelo or the Forest General area around Hattiesburg. But it's also going to work in Grenada as well. Grenada Lake Medical Center qualifies for this, and it's going to establish incentives to locate research and development facilities. It's going to establish pharmaceutical distribution centers. And with Grenada being midway between Jackson and Memphis and having the transportation arteries that we do, being on the interstate and having the railroad, then Grenada should be able to help develop in this as well. The recent merger of bringing Grenada Lake Medical Center into the University of Mississippi Medical Center system is going to be a big player in that as well. It's going to give a lot of expertise to help developing all of these ancillary services, and with those ancillary services and businesses come jobs, and that's what economic development is all about. So Grenada is ideally situated to participate in this, and I really just see nothing but good things coming from it. I think the governor and the legislature were very far-sighted when they did pass this legislation, and it's going to start helping things all around the state. We have been working with the governor's office, been working with the leadership at University of Mississippi Medical Center, trying to get these things flowing, and we're starting to see a lot of results already. Plans are being formulated by many communities around the state, and there's no reason why Grenada shouldn't be a big player in that as well.
Well, we're very excited about it. Dr. Bondurant, based on your perspective, what would you like to be seeing Grenada doing? You've given us one very clear project, which would be to work on our health-related industries and health-related education surrounding our very high-quality regional hospital. What else would you like to see Grenada get organized to do?
We have, again, a couple of unique things in our community here. One, totally unrelated to the things we've talked about already, is Grenada Lake. That is an asset that we have a tremendous potential to exploit. It is a huge recreational resource, and all of the land around it essentially is protected because it's federal property. But there are aspects that we can use in tourism and recreational activities, one of which the Chamber is already involved in actively, and that's promoting these various fishing tournaments. When fishing tournaments come here, they get national publicity on places like ESPN and the sports channels and that sort of thing. And it brings a lot of visitors to our community. That helps to bring them back. That helps our local restaurants and hotels and employs a goodly number of people in those service industries. So that's one thing that I wish that we could develop even more. I think there are some plans that are still in the formulating stage to try to help develop that asset that we have. And the second thing is we have our transportation here. Distribution centers look for things like transportation next side, where they can have interstate systems and rail systems and secondary highways that can be a more efficient way to distribute goods.
Don't forget our fantastic airport.
Well, I was going to mention that as well. The airport at Grenada can accommodate the largest airplanes flying. That was done for a military purpose. We go back in history again a little bit. During World War II, the Army Air Force established numerous training bases all around the country. And one of them was established here at Grenada. And they built the largest wooden hangar in the country, I think, and it's still out there as well. They were training glider pilots initially. And some of my friends who remember those days said you could always tell who the glider pilots were, because they were the guys walking around on crutches and had cast on their legs, because glider planes didn't have a real good safety record, and in training glider pilots they tended to crash a lot. So the ones that broke their legs were kind of washed out for a while, but they didn't have any place else to go, so you could see them in town walking around on crutches. Then the runway was extended to handle jet planes that can carry tanks because of our connection to Camp McCain, which is a Mississippi National Guard base just south of Grenada. And it became a major training facility as well for the National Guard. And one of the requirements was that they needed to be able to transport tanks in and out. And so the runway was built to accommodate that. So now we can have the largest planes in the U.S. Air Force that land at Grenada Airport. That is also an asset that could be exploited here as well. I would think that there may be commercial flyers that doing things like package transport that could utilize a facility like that. And I hope that we'll be able to market that, because it is a wonderful asset.